A little after I said in the rehab, a guy is also in rehab, an older gentleman. His name is Arthur. So Arthur, if you're watching this, and he was like, "You look so much like the Olympian TeeTee Terry." He was like, "That's why I keep staring at you. I don't mean no harm, but you look identical to her." And I was like, "Who?" And he said it again. I said, "Oh, I kind of get that a lot. You know, I just played around with him a little bit." And one of the other guys in rehab with me was like, "Yeah, she get that a lot. A lot of people be telling her she look like that person." And I was like, "I got to go do some research and see what this person looks like." And he just keeps staring. He said, "I'm telling you, you look identical to her." So then Brian comes, who does my PT. He goes, "TeeTee, do you want E-stim done today?" But the gentleman, Arthur, he still don't recognize that Brian said my name. So we still talking. I tell him, I said, "I'm her." He still didn't recognize what I said. I said, "That's me." He said, "Oh, no way." And he said, "You made my day. Oh my God." And he started reminiscing on the film that he was watching. And that kind of just snapped me back into reality a little bit. Like, there's still people watching. You know, you're still capable of doing things. And yeah, and I told him, as much as you made my day, I made yours. I know he was like, I was like, "Well, do you want a picture?" So I lingered around a little bit at rehab to ask him if he wanted a picture, because I finished before him. He was like, "Yes, I would love a picture." Like, "Well, I wanted your autograph, but they say I can't get your autograph." I said, "Who said that?" So then I ended up finding a sheet of paper, gave him my autograph, and I also wrote on there, "As much as you made my day, as much as I made your day, you made my day as well." So that was really great. So we're gonna find a way to get out this slump though. At the start of the year, I thought I was gonna have a phenomenal year, but life is teaching me something different. Not phenomenal, patient. Because everything meant for me is still unfolding. This be the highlight of my rehab. I come early on Wednesdays so I can get these grits. These grits are delicious, bro.
Just got back from my short European tour running, and before I left, you know, TeeTee was doing a little jogging. I get back and now she's running, so I'm super excited for her. She's progressing really well. She's staying positive, and you know, she's been out and she's been having to support us and watch us compete, watch us run and stuff like that, but she's always kept like this positive mindset, and I really admire her for doing that, and I'm just really rooting for my girl.
What does getting back on the track symbolize beyond running?
Beyond running, I think getting back on the track, it symbolizes, even though obstacles may come your way, if you're given the opportunity, take it. You know, because obviously I'm going to get well. I'm on a trajectory of improving, and I'm going to have another opportunity to get back on the track. Like I was stating about it being the last year of my contract before going into my option year, but I have another opportunity to do what it is I need to do and put myself in a position that I wanted to put myself in this year that I didn't have the ability to. So, you know, taking that opportunity and being grateful for it, and also just being able to show everybody, like, even though you may have them setbacks, your comeback may be greater than you left, you know, coming back stronger than when I went out, you know, being able to get back out there and just show the youth that you're able to do anything that you put your mind to. You know, I love to tell kids, have fun with whatever it is you're doing. Continue to be you, and everything else will follow, you know. So getting back out there, just showing that you don't have to stop when it get hard. You're going to have those hard moments, those rough times and rough patches, but it's all about how you decide to come back from it. I like to tell a lot of kids that, you know, we have success a lot, winning and this and that, but sometimes the greatest success come out of those moments where you're down bad, you're trying to figure out how to get back going, you know. Even when it comes to like us being athletes and some companies looking at us and stuff, they kind of see how you respond to loss. How did you bounce back from losing? What was your mindset in dealing with that specific situation and things of that sort? So I definitely want to continue to serve as an example to the youth, and I hope with this documentary that I'm able to show them that I know you all see the medals, you all see the performances, but there's so much more that happens behind the scenes. We're just like them. We experience certain things. We navigate certain emotions, and just being able to show them that we're relatable in a sense. Like, we may be on a pedestal to them because we're an Olympic athlete, you know, or we got this or we got that, but at the end of the day, I tell people I'm just like you. Like, y'all see me as famous or so, but I just look at it as I'm just a regular person, just like you are. I just have to hold myself to a higher standard because of the things that I'm giving and the things that I represent. But other than that, that we deal with some of the same things that y'all deal with. behind closed doors. You all just don't see it all the time because obviously it doesn't hit social media. So that's what I'm hoping to get through the athletes, through not even just athletes, but in people in general, you know, because some of the things that we do as athletes also apply in the real world, especially people that work in corporate or work other jobs. You know, when I go to different speaking events and I share my story, and a lot of people come up to me like, I'm not an athlete, but what you said impacted me in this way or that way, or I'm glad that you was able to share your story to let the youth know what it takes, you know, the grit, the determination, and things of that sort. So that's really what it's all about when it comes to this documentary, just being able to show them the behind the scenes and be as authentic as I can to show them like we dealing with some of the same stuff y'all dealing with. So every morning I come to rehab, they have a this or that. So today is camera for eyes or sound recorder for ears. I don't know, like, do I want to hear everything? And do I want to see everything? Camera for eyes, sound recorder for ears. Either way, you're gonna be able to play back the information. It's a matter of how you're gonna be playing it back. Cause folks do be lying. They say one thing and their action shows another. So do I want the camera for eyes for evidence to show you like this is you in 4K? Or do I want the recorder like, do you hear how you sound? I'm gonna probably go camera for eyes. I'm gonna go camera for eyes. This
Mark that one for me too.
camera for eyes, bet. Like, do you see yourself? You see why nobody want to be around you? Remember that trend? Oh man, the road to recovery is going really good, progressing really well. A lot of changes in this episode. It may look like stuff I've been doing, but it's either something as small as the distance is further, or the speed is picking up, or incorporating new exercises. So I'm definitely trending along the right direction. I am in week 16. I can't remember if I stated in any part of the video about this injury originally being a 12 to 16 week injury, and we were trying to come back in 10 to 12, but now we're approaching week 16 and everything is just flowing how it's supposed to. I'm not rushing anything. I'm taking my time with it and just getting excited about the whole process. So yeah, back a little sore, but not much out of, or not in the injury spot. It's just more so along like here.
Okay, so more lower, not right there.
Like a little right there, but not too much. Like I just feel like this whole lining appears probably tight, but not as tight as it was yesterday.
Okay. Like I want to keep our same game plan. I want to get north of G. I want to do a little more exercise capacity, reduce body weight, get you jogging a little bit longer, and then build up the strength of your lower back.
Honestly, you can tell the shift, and you can see that she's starting to see the light at the end of the tunnel. You know, like this is my favorite part of the rehab. This is when you start to see that they get excited, and you can start game planning around like return to play type stuff. You know, so you can see like we're kind of collaborating with Dennis Mitchell, right? So she's in the weight room, she's starting to work her way back in with the team doing that. But while she's here, our goal is to build up her exercise capacity, right? So you see her jogging, right? You see her running, which is exciting, but it's not very far yet. So our goal here is to now build up that strength into her lower back, to work her glutes, to work her lateral system, her posterior sling, all this fun stuff in order to get her out in the track a lot more. So yeah, you'll start seeing that as we start going through these exercises.
I know, like me running and stuff, I feel wobbly, I feel all over the place. I feel like I never ran track a day in my life. Like I don't know what I'm doing. But we're in a stage where we're teaching the muscles what it is that they need to do, refiring the way that they're supposed to, and just going from there. So we know we're making progress, but still be having to monitor some things. So like for now, I have 2 pillows because I still have to put one underneath my waist. Because when I lay down flat on my stomach without nothing or like some type of support, it's like my back going to that extension, and it hurts from the injury. So once we know when I'm clear, I don't have to put no pillow under there, we're really good to go. Been working with Brian since the start of this year in fall season. So before I even got injured, I was working with Brian because like I told you all that I cleared up some things from last season with my hamstrings and the nags that I was feeling. So I was doing rehab to strengthen those areas and those aspects, and that was going really well. If you go back to my prior YouTube videos of me doing 525, the day in the life videos, you would see that I was responding really well to the workouts. Still had little nags here and there, but nothing out of the ordinary from rolling off the couch and going into fall training to get yourself in shape. So he has definitely been playing a tremendous role. Him and Coach have been communicating. Coach has been making a lot of great decisions for us to play with that threshold to push me to improving my recovery, and stuff like that. Like, he'll be the one to make the decision on, okay, we're gonna go 50 meters a day, or we're gonna go 10 meters, or we're gonna go this set or that set. So, you know, just being able to have a team that can communicate with one another and let each other know what it is that I can and can't do, or what I did with this person compared to what I did with the other person, so things don't contradict with each other. Right now I just feel a little rusty. So I just feel like when I do drills and stuff, like I'm bouncing and going all over the place. But we getting back into the hang of things. Got to get my muscles to remember what it is that they're supposed to be doing and how they're supposed to fire or so. But I feel like this injury also gives me time to perfect the little things. Whereas if I wasn't injured right now, I wouldn't have as much time to correct the little things that I want to. Whereas now I have more time to pay full attention to what it is I want to fix and do. So in the process of trying to reprogram my muscles on what they need to do, I'm also making the changes that I need to make so that way they reprogram themselves correctly. And then with these drills, I have to make sure I'm doing things to a certain way. So like with this one, I gotta be leaning forward so I don't rotate back and hurt my back. Oh man. The little things makes a big difference. So I still can't go into hyperextension like that with my back and stuff. So that's why when I do these drills, I have to make sure that I'm rounding my back and keeping the core tight so I don't cause any unnecessary problems. The mental journey has been one. You know, starting out with the season, I'm like, oh, this is gonna be phenomenal. I'm killing the fall workouts. I was counting each fall workout. I was like, okay, I accomplished repeat 100 this week. I accomplished repeat 100 again. I'm 2 for 2. I'm 3 for 3. I'm 4 for 4. Like, I really was keeping a log on every single workout that we were doing and how my body was responding to those workouts. And even Coach and my teammates were noticing that I was on such a great track. So my mindset was just, I know this season is gonna be great. I know this season is just gonna be full of amazing things. And then obviously we transitioned to the track and I ended up getting hurt March 24th, just to put in perspective the time, if you all don't remember. And then I remember around the time I got injured, I was always feeling back pain. Like I said, I still wasn't questioning it. I'm an athlete, I push through those type of things. And then it started to become one of those where it's like, okay, we're trying to get back on the track to try to compete by a certain deadline. I don't know if I mentioned before, but I was trying to compete by June 20th at my coach meet, but that was impossible. And I was like, okay, well, by pre, but then we still wasn't even running, and June came around. I think June is when I just started doing some jogging. That was only to 10 meters and it was very slow. I really felt like I didn't know what I was doing. I felt like how athletes be looking at other people and they be running same arm, same leg. I feel like I was doing those type of things. And then I hit a slump. And I'm like, I'm doing all this training, and I hit a slump around week 6 or 7, I believe. And I hit that slump, and I'm just like, I don't want to do nothing. I don't want to get up. But I know there's still things that I'm working towards, things I want to accomplish. So then that's when I shifted that perspective, got out that slump, been out the slump for a bit. But I think now, since USA's is kind of approaching, I don't think I feel it fully, but I can kind of feel me just like going through the motions or so, which is something that Coach mentioned about championships is going to be coming up, so he's concerned about my mental and this and that. So I haven't really been feeling as much. I'm still going with the team to support instead of sitting back home and soaking on it. I'll be able to be in person, you know, and help any way that I can. And then I feel like Nestry has been doing a great job. If those of you who don't know, Nestry is it's basically like training for the brain. And I go in, I've been doing Nestry since March, around the same time I got injured. So everything kind of like fell in line looking back on it. So I do Nestry 3 times a month. And when I go into Nestry, it's one of those where they do a mapping of your brain. They're able to see how's your brain functioning in the pre-mapping, and based on what the pre-mapping shows them, they decide what they want to do for your activity that day. So you have 3 rounds of different activities that they'll do to work on certain motor skills and things of that sort. So for me, before I got injured, it was me trying to get out of that technical mode in practice and trying to get to that competitive mode. So what happened was, in practice, I will always be doing technical start. Like, we'll be doing block starts. The ladies are next to me, they've been competitive, but I'm just stuck in technical mode because I'm using too much to try to figure out something so small. So they was helping me with that, but then once I got injured, it kind of shifted. But remember, I was in that slump and I was like, Nestry can't really help. So I was still going just for the sake of me being an ambassador for Nestry. But then I was like, once I shift my perspective, I'm like, okay, this can be used for everyday life, which is the goal of Nestry, is to be used for everyday life. It's not just for athletes. It's very beneficial for athletes, but everyday individuals can benefit from Nestry. So I started to shift my focus in allowing my body to be able, my brain to figure out how to respond to certain things in rehab. For if Brian tell me something, for my brain to automatically be able to sense what it is he telling me, and be able to do it on command, as opposed to taking a longer time to try to figure out what it is he's trying to say. So Nestry has definitely been playing a huge role. I've been making great progress with Nestry. It's kind of hard to explain the numbers to you all because you all can't see the activities and the things that I do. But if you was to be in the same space as me, it will make sense when you see it. So I've definitely been seeing the progress. And not only have I been seeing the progress, but the progress has been holding or so. So when I say holding, I mean like I can go into a session this week, and 2 weeks from now, whatever we worked on in that section is still showing up in this session in a positive way. So I definitely shout out to Nestry. And if you don't know more about Nestry, you can check out my social media to figure out what Nestry is if you want to learn a little more, or you can just find their Instagram or their website. So the mental training has been helping. And even aside from Nestry, my sports psychologist, I've been meeting with him every Wednesday, even though I'm not competing. And I got out of that headspace of, because I'm not competing don't mean that I can't do anything. I started working on the mental side of things. Whether that's going to Nestry, whether that's meet with my sports site. If we can't meet every Wednesday, I tell them, I can't meet with you right now. Can we just skip this week and go to the next week? So, I've been doing all those things that I need to do mentally. So when I come back, I'm not only stronger physically, but I'm also stronger mentally.
I just feel like I'm all over the place. Like, you would not think I am a track athlete. But we're getting there. We're making progress. We made it through the 3rd set without feeling much, whereas before we was feeling something by the 3rd set. We still probably had like a 0.5 or 1 with the feeling sensation in the injury spot, but I'm hoping within the next 2 weeks that when I do another MRI, it'll be my final MRI and things will be cleared up or so. So now our goal is to just keep progressing down the track. So I'm at 50 meters now, probably try another distance next week until we get to 100. And then kind of assess things there. But this is also the stage where I say it's fun, but at the same time, it's like you got to be disciplined, because obviously my teammates, they're doing their own workouts, so coach don't have eyes on me 24/7. So it's up to me to make sure I'm doing what I'm supposed to do and I'm doing it correctly, because it do get to where I feel like, man, I want to stop. I want to skip a rep or skip a set, but at the end of the day, that's not going to hurt nobody but myself. Or so, and I know my goal is to progress and finish healthy, or whatever. And like I told y'all, like the 1st or 2nd episode, that I had to shift my mindset as if I'm working towards, that I am working towards something, which is me getting healthy and being able to be off maybe starting next month, maybe around the time the team go overseas for their last hurrah, I'll be done and don't have to come out to the track no more. So, yeah.
What are you looking forward to?
With everything I've been through this season, I don't think I have one set thing that I'm looking forward to, but I can honestly say that I am grateful for this injury. I know most people be like, what? Why are you happy to be injured? Because once I shifted my perspective and I put things into perspective, this injury has allowed me to be a part of a lot of things I wouldn't have been able to be a part of if I was running. Like, for instance, I was able to be there at the birth of my goddaughter. I was able to be there at my little sister's baby shower, which is going to be the first grandchild in the family. I've been able to attend speaking events, and after going to USA's, I'll be going to California to the Junior Olympics or so, to be able to sell my book. So it's been a lot of opportunities that's been flowing for me that probably wouldn't have come about during this same time period. Like, not came about, but a lot of opportunities I wouldn't have been able to do if I was competing right now, because my focus would be shifting towards competition. So while in this season of resting, I've been able to do other things I've been doing. Even my nonprofit, Starting Blocks for Dreams Incorporation, I've been able to have guest speakers come on just about every Sunday or so, to speak to the mentees and be able to pour into them. I've been able to do things with my books. So it's just been a lot of things that I've been grateful for. And then also been out the way and out the midst because of this injury. So it's been a lot. And I guess I would say, if I had to pick something I'm looking forward to, I would be looking forward to obviously finishing off healthy before my teammates end up going overseas for that last stretch in August, that I can kind of be wrapping up around the same time as them and be able to show coach that I'm able to run a full 100 without any pain or without feeling anything. Obviously, I will still be doing rehab because we still have to strengthen other areas in my body, but I'm definitely looking forward to just being healthy and going out there next year to be the athlete that I know I'm capable of being. But we'll get to next year when we get to next year. This year is all about being patient, and I'm definitely trusting the process and allowing everything to happen the way that it needs to happen.